Well, Neil, another great win that makes it 11 unbeaten in the league and 3 straight wins. You must be absolutely delighted.
Yeah, made it a little bit difficult for ourselves, Dan, didn't we? Second half. First half, we was outstanding, absolutely dominated the game. Absolute stonewall penalty the first half we didn't get. But SK scores a brilliant free kick, absolute class moment. That's the form he's in at the moment. And we just talked at half time about being resilient, being every bit as good as we have with the ball. Make sure we're every bit as solid and reliable without the ball, every bit as competitive. And I just thought the difference was second half. We played like a team that was going to just try and see the game out. And Fleetwood played like a team that had been poor in the first half and just stepped on the gas a little bit. And ultimately didn't create any chances till the penalty. But then it's that moment where you go, right, just stick or twist. Just stick at your 1-1 draw. Do you go for it? I was like, no, do you know what? The form we were in, the players we got sitting behind me, I think we can step on again. And fair play to the players that come off the bench. Great impact again. So that's like pretty much repetitive information from me. The bench was outstanding again. James Gibbons is the sort of player that deserves a moment like that because of what a fella and what a pro he is.
Yeah, it was such a dominant first half, wasn't it? And really struck us how it looked like the players are playing with such clarity at the moment. They all know their jobs and they all seem totally in sync.
Yeah, that's obviously my job to show them and tell them and teach them. But no, we do. Look, we really like a proper football team that defends as a unit. We move the ball quickly. We create chances. I thought Fleetwood played like a team that were just there to contain us in the first half, and you have to break teams like that down. We've done it against Walsall, we've done it again today. And I think that the biggest thing today was, when it went back to 1-0, there was no nervousness on the bench, there was no nervousness in the stands from our supporters sitting just to our left. Everybody had the belief that we could go on and win the game. And that's the difference when you're in the form we were in and the levels individuals have got as well. We can score out of anything and ultimately we get a 2-1 win, but we missed numerous chances in the first half and second half we missed 2 1-on-1s as well.
As the second half wore on, were you getting a little bit concerned Fleetwood started to creep into the game a little bit more, a few flashes across goal?
No, not really, because any team's going to have moments. We're by far the best team in the division at giving up the least chances. So I always trust my group and the way we play and the characters and leadership we've got. But when it's only 1-0, a team can score out of anything, and moments like that, there's a chance out of nothing. It just becomes a mistimed challenge, which brilliant learning curve for Mams. Great in a win like that. He finds a development in that for him as well, and the team's back. Absolute criminal that it's 1-0 win a game. But then it's just, like I said, what do you do? So we decided to go 2 up front, put Shane Lavery up top and Louis Apre, adjust the way we played and the way we pressed, and obviously ended up with 3 or 4 really good chances off the back of it, including the goal.
Well, that's it. I mean, as soon as they scored, we were straight back on the attack, weren't they? I can think of 2 good chances, SK and Pelly, before obviously Gibbo finally makes it count.
Yeah, SK and Pelly threw 1-on-1 with the keeper, and I think Pelly had actually another one, didn't he, towards the end on the counter attack as well. So 3 1-on-1s in the second half, and that's where, like, if we want to keep developing and just said to the boys there, we went too deep second half and we weren't clinical enough. Brilliant result. Brilliant performance in the first half, brilliant performance in the last 20 minutes. But come on, let's be an all-round team, as we've been in games recently. Let's just make sure that we don't give teams those opportunities to get back at us.
You already mentioned it, lapse in judgment from Mams for the penalty, but in the goal, playing a pivotal part in getting his head on that and keeping the ball alive. Obviously, great for him to make amends, if you like.
Yeah, I thought individually was excellent. Again, the team was excellent. The subs come on were very, very good. So it's easy to say, Mams, he got to do slightly better in that, and he has. And that's his development moment in this game. And Adam has spent some time with looking at that and decision making, etc. But then let's go the other end and say, well, we've had 1-on-1s, we've got to score them as well. And that's just me driving the group again, Dan. That's just us just trying to say, right, come on, great result, brilliant. Thank you to the fans that travelled a 600-mile round trip to get here on a freezing cold day. Fair play to them. Thank you. But my job is to keep pushing and making sure that we don't have to rely on, a comeback, conceding and scoring again. It is to make sure that we get the second and third goal and be well clear.
9 minutes at a time, not what anyone wanted to see, but the group saw that out brilliantly, didn't they? I mean, they had one moment right at the end of the match, but other than that, we kept it where we wanted it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, just a little lapse again. I think Eastie took his eye off the ball. He should have just caught it and kicked it. But look, that's harem scarum, I suppose. That's where we're at, and that's the entertainment of football at this level in particular. But yeah, I was very surprised when 9 minutes went up. But I was, obviously, I thought we see the game out relatively comfortably until that little scary moment right at the end.